Hello and welcome to another edition of The Chosen Ones. If this is your first time here, we're going to choose a random unit from the new set 4 and see if we can build a successful composition around them. The only rules are we need to give them full items by the end of the game, and if we see a chosen one in the shop, we must buy it for the brand tie-in. So, as always, we have our Wheel of Names brought to you by wheelofnames.com. Feel free to sponsor the channel. On here, we have every unit in set 4 except for Fiora, who we did last time. After Fiora, I think it'd be nice for a higher cost unit to carry, so let's see. And away it goes, and let's see what it's going to land on. It's going to be Hecarim? No, it's going to be Vi. Alright, well, Vi costs twice as much as Fiora. Let's see if she's twice as viable. So you may be thinking, hey, this doesn't look like a Vi comp, it's just 3 Moonlight. And you're right, but there is method to my madness. First, since Vi is a 2-cost unit, I can't guarantee to get her in the first few rounds, but I also wanted to lean into Vi's Brawler side this game, and eventually there's going to be some overlap with Hunters. So I figured if I was going Brawler Hunter, why not throw Diana in too? In hindsight, half-assing Moonlight is not much of a power spike, as you can see demonstrated here. So eventually I'm able to get Vi, and we can do an early 4 Brawlers 3 Moonlight comp. This board was inspired by the 2008 recession, and I call this the too big to fail maneuver, as all of our brawlers have 800 bonus health, which really feels like a lot at this stage. Or maybe it just feels that unstoppable because it's up against 2 sharpshooters armed with 1 giant's belt, but you never know. Now, it's always great to meet fans on the Rift, and I know I make these videos for educational purposes, but please, when you're in a lobby with me, do not plagiarize my team comp. Imitation is the most illegal form of flattery, and I called dibs on both Brawlers and Moonlight way back. Now, the nice thing about leaning into Brawlers is that we get to utilize the boss himself, Set. Now, unlike most bosses who take off early, you can see that Set was always the last one at the metaphorical office, pile driving himself into oblivion as I continued to lose out and disappoint him. It was honestly pretty inspiring how he never gave up, and I actually ended up endorsing him on LinkedIn for his leadership skills after the match. So, I still think Brawler Vi could have worked, but the pieces just didn't come together for me in this match, so I ended up with a close 5th place finish. Also, before I'm reported to the YouTube police, I know it's a bit of a cheat for this challenge to give our carry a Thieves Glove, as it opens up 4 more components to be put on stronger units. And I usually won't be doing that in this series, but it just seemed like a natural fit this time because they're gloves and Vi has huge hands. Also, the thought of Vi using those hands as a thief and trying to pickpocket someone, it amuses me. Well, we've tried Brawler, so now obviously we're going to try Warlord. What I love about set 4 is how obtainable the 9 unit synergies are. In my opinion, with Chosen, these synergies aren't the memes that they've been in the past. So that's the goal. We're going to do 8 Warlords rallied behind the Lord of Lords, Vi. And we get off to a nice start here with an early Xin Zhao, going on a bit of a streak. We'll have to see how long we can keep this up for. Now, of course, as this is a Vi carry build, you can see Vi has been added to the lineup with a Hand of Justice to keep the hand theme. Bit embarrassing that she loses to a different Vi, but a Vi carry doesn't have to do everything herself. She can live vicariously through her team. And right there on Cat, you can see the missing ingredient to 9 Warlords just coming right towards us. It's an easy choice. It comes on a Warlord, so we're just going to go snatch that up. Or not. Whatever. Honestly, that's one of the nice things about this game. You always have to be looking and adapting and, figuring out what to play. Never mind. Psych. Adaptability is for chumps. We're going 9 Warlords. And there's our chosen one, Vi. All we need is a Giant's Belt and about 4 other Warlords and we'll have it made. I debated keeping Yasuo instead of doubling down on Vi. A bit of a 2V or not 2V scenario, and ended up putting them both in as they're a pretty solid 1-2 punch. And I know I had to pronounce her name wrong to make that joke, and according to Riot it's Vi, but until I made this video I've been saying her name wrong for years. You wouldn't believe how many takes I've actually had to cut because of that, so I'm keeping the joke. So we're doing pretty well at this stage of the game. Some tips for anybody who wants to try this at home. I highly recommend winning your first 11 matches in a row, and then 3-starring your V. If you can do that, then you're golden. But if you're still worried, I recommend winning the next 4 matches in a row. That'll bring you to 16 wins, 0 losses, and you can really get into round 5 with a bit of air to breathe. But eventually, you're going to lose one, and that's fine. Nobody wins them all. We probably could have in this situation, but regardless. And there's the last step to 9 Warlords, Azir right on the carousel, right there for us to pick up. And, okay, somebody snatched it. Well, I guess we're going to have to adapt, we're going to have to overcome this and really show... Nah, never mind, it's right in the shop. Alright, we got 9 Warlords, let's do this. So let's take a break on our jog to first and see how 9 Warlords work in action. Everybody has a ton of extra health and damage. I don't really know what the other team can do to compete at this point. I mean, they do have a 3-star cat, which is a little scary, and she does dodge the Azir wall, which is nice, but... Oh no. Oh no. Only 3 of us left at this point, so I'm facing the cat pretty frequently now. I probably shouldn't be placing all of my units in a big clump together, but I really shouldn't be keeping my keepers to the side if I'm going to do that. So here you can see that I've rearranged my board a bit to optimize fighting cat. Azir and Jhin are as far away as possible, and hopefully cat won't Guardian Angel out of the wall this time. I have a good feeling about this. I can see why Vi stands for victorious, or victorious. And of course, as the round starts, cat is not on the left side anymore. You hate to see it, but that's a missed offsides on cat. She moved well before the whistle. But I guess the ref didn't see it this time, so play is going to continue on. Actually, now that I think about it, cat is a ref, so there might be some collusion going on here. Who knows? So this is where winning your first 16 matches comes in handy, as you can tire your opponent out with how many times they need to kill you. I was able to try out several different boards to fight cat, like the frontline backline, the frontline split backline, and the eventual winner, the one big ball in the corner. I hope nobody's watching this channel for positioning advice. If you haven't caught on yet, I either have very basic strategies or very bad ones. So I don't think this is meta or anything, but 9 Warlord Vi passes our challenge with flying colors. You need a little luck to be able to build it, but not as much as you might think, and it's a pretty safe top 4, and it can definitely win. If you liked what you saw, please make sure to subscribe for more chosen ones. And if you don't like what you saw, as always, come fight me IRL. My apartment gym just reopened and I'm crushing it on the elliptical, so good luck.